You're listening to the Hamish and Andy podcast.
The teen horror film or teen vampire film, Twilight.
Twilight, yeah.
Is out at the moment. Have you seen it?
Nope.
Any intention?
A lot of people have said it's all right.
It's well.
No.
Who were they? No, look, people are going.
It was
nuts.
an ad, and there were just genuine people coming out of cinemas.
People are going nuts for Twilight, right? And I went along with my girlfriend to see it the other night. And look, it's a pretty good film. I don't think I'm spoiling anything by saying the basis of the film is there's this dude and he's a vampire, right? No one else seems to have detected this at the school. New girl comes to the school. She's onto it straight away.
Oh, there's a vampire.
What's wrong with you? But he's sort of a good vampire.
Oh, okay.
And he's one that's sort of like curbed his desire for human blood.
Oh, yeah.
And they just sort of eat animals and stuff. Or just drink the blood.
Yeah.
And so that's basically the whole film. He falls in love with her. He part of falling in love with her, he wants to drink her blood. Like, it drives him crazy.
Right.
But, that old chestnut. Yeah, like when someone wears CK1. Yeah, I'm onto it. It's like when you use one of those, buy a packet of pheromones for $2 at the pub. It's like she's wearing that, but like all the time.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the whole sort of premise of the film.
Does he have teeth, like the big pointy teeth?
They're slightly pointed. He's a bit undercover. It's not like he's just at high school wearing one of the long, flowing black satin cape and the Dracula bouffant, and occasionally turns into a bat in home ec class and flies out the window. Yet nobody's noticed. No, he's sort of like a new age vampire.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So he's a bit pale, but that's pretty much it. She's onto him though. So the whole thing of the film is they're in love, and then this girl's like, even though you're a vampire, I think I'm happy to be in love, even though I can tell it's driving you crazy that you want to go berserk and eat me. The one thing I was thinking was, I know you shouldn't apply logic to the film too much because we are talking about vampires here, but couldn't she just take blood out, right? Like every month, like you donate blood as a favour to him, doing him a solid, freeze it, and then for like his birthday, go, eyes shut, come into the bathroom. Look what I filled the bath up with. Big straw. I know you wanted it. I've got it for you. But she doesn't because she's a bit selfish.
But apparently, when animals get a taste for something, with
Yogi Bear with honey.
well, dog attacks, I was actually more going for.
Yeah.
You've got to, they can get addicted to it.
Yeah.
And that might be a problem for it.
Well, the whole thing is he could bite her.
My question, Ham, would be, is it worth the risk?
I don't think so.
I reckon there's plenty more guys out there that she could possibly date.
Definitely.
If
I was her dad and I found out. Anyway, it seems like a super guy. One more thing, Daddy's a vampire. He's a what? I'm not happy about that. And yesterday on the show, I made some innocent observations about the film Twilight, which sadly have been interpreted by the teenage community as an act of war.
And can I say, I am also upset with Hamish.
I could count on you, mate. You've always been there for me. Look, I observed yesterday, it's basically, if you haven't seen the film, and again, I'm probably going to say something offensive here to the fans of the film, it's about a girl that moves to a new school.
Twilight's the film.
And there's a dude there who is a bit pale. That's been criticised, me just calling him a bit pale.
Yeah.
No one's clicked that he's a vampire.
Yeah.
He is. Her scent drives him crazy. He wants to eat her, but he doesn't, which is, OMG, so romantic. And basically, they fall in love. She's quite aware that he's a vampire. She goes, it's all right, let's risk it. You just have to have a fair bit of self-control and not eat me, because he's a special kind of vampire that's like weaned himself off humans and just goes after animals to satisfy his need for blood.
A risk I wouldn't take.
That's what we said yesterday. Is it worth it? I mean, people break up for much lower reasons. Bad breath, sweaty hands, silly laugh.
Yeah.
I think you want to eat my head off and drink my blood is definitely, we mentioned yesterday, perhaps a reason to break up with someone.
Even if it wasn't that gruesome, if someone said, look, I probably will poison you at a dinner one night, I'd probably go, oh.
I'm going to rub some sandpaper on your elbow. I go, oh, no. I'll try not to, but I really want to. I'd say, well, it's not going to work then because we're meant to just be in love.
Yeah.
However, the floodgates opened on the email, and I have been abused left, right and centre by the predominantly teenage community of Twilight fans, although I am aware the film appeals to everybody, as I've been told over and over and over again. Let me just read you a couple of things from the email here.
Sure.
A lot of them are, because we said, why would this girl, Bella, go with this vampire?
Yeah, well,
Edward?
You said it. I'm really distancing myself from this.
It's interesting you say that, Andy, because in the listeners' memories, we were both responsible for the comments. I quote from Charlotte, "I'm really sorry to say this, but I hate you, Andy, and I'm not going to listen tomorrow." So a little bit of confusion over who's who there has really done me well.
But constructive criticism,
How's
which I
this?
take on board.
M is furious. She said, "I'm not going to be listening to the show tomorrow, so suck."
Okay, I will.
Sorry, so I've cost us a listener there, and I hope you've tuned in for this. And this is an apology.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. They were meant to just be innocent observations. I had no idea that they would touch this much of a nerve, right? There's a girl called Michelle who's 15 and has emailed us. Possibly, it's like got to be over 1,000 words. This is way more work than I would have ever done when I was 15 for a school assignment. It must have taken her all night, okay?
She's passionate.
She's correcting a few of the misconceptions we give. I said yesterday, you said, "Oh, how come they don't notice he's a vampire?" And I said, "Well, he's a bit sneakier than your regular vampires. It's not like he just turns into a bat and flies out the classroom window when he gets a bit bored." She says, "By the way, he can't turn into a bat. That's a myth about vampires."
Oh, sorry.
In actual fact, vampires just have super strength and super speed.
Oh, yeah.
So we've contradicted her on a scientific irregularity there, right? And second of all, we said yesterday, if they're like so in love, why don't they just like take out blood and give it to...
Yeah.
She just go to the blood bank. Oh, yeah. And there's a surprise for his birthday. Go, guess what? I've taken 100 litres of blood. Go nuts.
Enjoy.
Drink your fill. Yeah. Well, and hence several other paragraphs of why this would be a terrible idea for mankind, because he'd go berserk. Long and the short of it is, I received so many emails. The predominant words were suck, crap, idiot. And I reckon I've worn out several computers' number one keys by the level of exclamation marks that were used at the end of suck, crap, and idiot. I would like to do, first of all, to apologise to fans of Twilight. It was a well-made film. And I scored extra points at the end of the film because my girlfriend said, "If I was a vampire and I just bit you and you turned into one, would you let me bite you?" And I said, "Yeah, babe, definitely." And she went, "That's so romantic." And I went, likelihood of that happening, not massive. So I've got some free points. So